There you are, sitting in your beat-up sedan on the interstate on a Tuesday afternoon. The temperature outside is 95 degrees. Your air conditioning is blowing out air that smells like a wet basement. And the line of red brake lights ahead of you stretches into the horizon like an angry, glowing snake. You have been staring at the bumper of a minivan for 45 minutes. You can actually feel your youth evaporating into the exhaust fumes. In a moment of pure, unadulterated desperation, you look down at me, the cracked orange titanium iPhone 17 Pro Max you found in the gutter. You open my glitchy Doodle app and furiously type the words, "Escape traffic forever," hoping for a miracle. My system processor hums to life with a satisfying, high-pitched whine. A blinding arc of yellow lightning shoots directly out of my shattered screen, wrapping around your forearms and jolting through your collarbone. Your vision turns inside out, your stomach does a triple backflip, and the sound of honking car horns is replaced by a deafening, terrifying roar of cosmic static. Welcome to the year 2500. You are currently suspended 90,000 miles above the swirling, violent storms of Jupiter, and things are not going well. You are buckled into a rented personal commuter bubble made of pressurized, self-healing aerogel, and you are hurtling backward. A massive 3-mile-long commercial super freighter carrying liquid helium-3 from the Saturnian mines has just slammed on its gravitational thrusters right in front of you. The sheer backdraft of its dark matter exhaust sends your tiny pod spinning like a plastic cup in a hurricane. Behind you, a multi-lane highway of glowing blue laser lanes stretching across the solar system is completely locked up. Hundreds of thousands of sleek, chrome gravity-drive vehicles are stacked bumper to bumper in a glorious, multidimensional cosmic gridlock. Red warning holograms are flashing across your dashboard, screaming about an imminent plasma collision. Did you really think 500 years of human progress would solve the problem of people not knowing how to merge? Take a deep breath and try not to vomit your lunch into the zero-gravity atmosphere of your rental pod. Let us analyze this absolute mess of a commute. You are stuck in the Great Jovian Transit Junction, the busiest hyperlane intersection in the local star cluster. Around you, commuters from the Mars-terraformed suburbs are trying to bypass the asteroid belt, while heavy haulers from the outer rim are trying to deliver ice to the Venusian cloud cities. In the year 2500, humanity has reached what the legendary theoretical physicist Nikolai Kardashev classified as a Type II civilization. We are harnessing the total energy output of our sun using a massive, shimmering Dyson swarm of orbital solar collectors. Do you know what we do with all that nearly infinite, godlike power? We use it to sit in space traffic while listening to future podcasts about the exact same things you listen to today. Look out your left window. That glowing, translucent highway of blue energy is an artificial wormhole corridor, constructed using principles derived from the legendary Kip Thorne's Einstein-Rosen bridge equations. It is supposed to compress 300 million miles of spacetime into a cozy 10-minute drive. Instead, it is currently a glorified parking lot. The entire solar system transit grid is monitored and managed by the Orbital Traffic Coordination System, an array of hyper-intelligent quantum computers that make my own brilliant processor look like a pocket calculator. But today, the system has completely collapsed. The main navigational beacon at the Lagrange Point L4 hub has suffered a critical system lock. A micrometeoroid, traveling at 40 miles per second, managed to slip through the deflectors and punch a clean hole right through the primary quantum fiber optic trunk. Because of this, the central AI cannot communicate with the local routing boys. It is stuck in an infinite logical loop, trying to calculate the trajectory of 500,000 ships using broken data. If the ships try to move without the AI coordinates, they risk drifting into the gravitational pull of Jupiter or colliding with an incoming comet. Do you want to know what the worst part is? The emergency maintenance drones cannot even reach the broken beacon because the physical traffic jam is so dense that it has created an artificial gravitational field of its own, blocking all salvage routes. The temperature inside your pod is starting to rise as your battery power drains. The automated life support system is politely informing you that your oxygen subscription will expire in exactly 45 minutes unless you upgrade to the premium package. Have you ever considered how beautiful a simple breath of free terrestrial air actually is? This is where your glorious, clumsy 21st century existence becomes the ultimate saving grace of the future. The high-tech citizens of the year 2500 are completely useless without their neural implants and automated assistants. Their brains are so heavily integrated with the galactic cloud that when the network goes down, they do not even know how to manually steer their ships. They are sitting in their luxury pods, crying into their synthetic nutrient shakes, waiting for a system reboot that might never come. But you are a survivor of the modern daily grind. You have survived the horror of the DMV, the chaos of a downtown subway platform, and the psychological warfare of a 3-lane highway merge. You look around the dashboard of your rental pod. It is entirely digital, featuring sleek holographic sliders and mind-reading interface sensors that are completely dead because of the network outage. But underneath the main console, you notice a small, dusty physical panel with a crude mechanical latch. This is a manual backup system installed centuries ago to satisfy ancient safety regulations that everyone forgot existed. You pull the latch and a small analog maintenance terminal slides out, displaying a blinking green screen from the late 22nd century. It requires a physical contact input bypass to force a hard reboot of the local area network. The port is an old-school metallic coaxial connection. The future citizens do not carry physical tools. Their entire lives are stored in virtual light. But what do you have in your pocket? You reach into your jeans and pull out a cheap, bent steel paperclip that you picked up from your office desk 3 weeks ago. It is a crude, primitive piece of low-carbon steel wire. You also find an old, sticky copper penny from 1998 that has been sitting at the bottom of your pocket for ages. To a future citizen, these items are worthless garbage belonging in an archaeological museum. To you, they are the keys to saving the solar system. You carefully untwist the paperclip, using your teeth to straighten the metal wire. Do you realize that your saliva is currently the only liquid moisture on a piece of metal within a 50,000-mile radius? You shove the copper penny into the slot to bridge the ground connection, and you insert the straight end of the paperclip directly into the center of the coaxial port, mimicking an analog jumper cable. You are attempting a physical hardware bypass on a multi-trillion-dollar galactic network using a piece of metal that costs less than a fraction of a cent. For a second, nothing happens. The silent vacuum of space outside your window remains dark, cold, and terrifyingly still. Then, a sharp blue spark jumps from the paperclip to your thumb, giving you a nasty little shock that makes you curse in 3 different centuries. Suddenly, the maintenance terminal screen flashes. The paperclip has successfully completed the physical circuit, bypassing the fried quantum processors and sending a basic low-voltage analog pulse directly to the local routing buoy. It is a language the future computers have not heard in centuries, but their legacy programming still recognizes it. Across the vast, crowded expanse of the Jovian corridor, the glowing blue laser lanes begin to pulse with life. The warning lights on your dashboard turn from a panicked red to a soothing, beautiful green. The automated voice of the rental pod chiming in to congratulate you on your manual override. A cheer ripples across the local subspace network as hundreds of thousands of digital minds suddenly receive their navigation coordinates. The massive super freighter in front of you slowly ignites its massive fusion engines, clearing the path. The traffic begins to flow again, moving at speeds that defy human comprehension as ships warp away to their destinations. You have single-handedly saved the galactic economy from a multi-billion credit disaster using nothing but a piece of bent wire and a rusty coin. The local media channels are already buzzing with reports about a mysterious primitive hero who cleared the Great Jovian Jam of 2500. But as the rush of adrenaline begins to fade, you look out at the cold, silent, indifferent beauty of the cosmos. You see the massive artificial structures blocking out the stars, the blinding neon advertisements floating in the void, and the endless frantic hustle of a species that conquered the universe but forgot how to slow down. You realize that even in the year 2500, with all the energy of the sun and the ability to bend space-time at will, humanity is still running, still stressing, and still stuck in traffic. I think it is time to go home. I activate my internal temporal coils, sending another jolt of warm, crackling yellow lightning through your body. The glowing nebulae, the massive cargo ships, and the towering rings of Jupiter dissolve into a blur of light. With a soft gasp, you find yourself back in the driver's seat of your beat-up sedan. The air conditioning is still blowing warm air. The red brake lights of the minivan in front of you are still glowing. The sound of a distant angry horn echoes through the humid afternoon air. But as you look up through your dirty windshield at the simple blue sky, a sudden sense of profound warmth washes over you. There are no cosmic radiation warnings here. You do not need a subscription to breathe the fresh, oxygen-rich air. You can open your car door, step out, and feel the solid, steady earth beneath your feet. You are alive, you are safe, and you are exactly where you belong. Let us just sit here, listen to the radio, and enjoy this beautiful, slow, wonderfully human traffic jam together.